Imagine you're at your dinner table having that conversation. Imagine you're at the dinner table having the conversation with your family that never seems to end about university. You know, the one where your mom tells you for the 100th time that university is your only option. So when I heard the theme for TEDx was 2020 vision, I started to think about my future. I realized I didn't know much about my future other than my plans to go to university. This got me thinking about university, not only about how my family expected me to continue studying after I graduate, but how school and society has made it something I feel obligated to do. A few weeks ago, I asked my mom if she expected me to continue studying after graduating. Without thinking about this question for even a second, she replied yes. But it isn't just my parents who expect me to continue studying after I graduate. My extended family does also. Last April, I was in the Netherlands. My cousins and I were talking about studying because some of them are getting ready to graduate high school. My cousin then made a comment about how we'd soon all be in university. This has happened multiple times before, but this time stood out to me because I had realized that there were other paths. This pressure doesn't just come from my friends and family. I also feel pressure from school and society. As ACS begins to show us the different paths we can take in our life, most of them are based on going to university. ACS hosts college fairs where they have colleges come in from different cities, states, and countries. While this allows us to expand our knowledge on the application process and the future that is expected from us, it also makes me feel obligated to apply to some of these universities. Another instance happened while filling out the personal information sheet for the PSATs. There was one question that the 10th and 11th grade had to fill in. The question went along the lines of, are you planning on enrolling into college? After we were told a question, we were told what we should answer. If you're in 10th grade, fill in the bubble for 2022, and if you're in 11th grade, fill in the bubble for 2021. That was the only option that we were allowed to choose. While this is something expected from school, it's also expected from society. Society has formed going to university into a social norm. So the difference isn't between whether or not you decide to go to university, it's between which university you decide to go to. You have to make sure it's a well-known and well-trusted university, such as an Ivy League school in the US. So this leads to pressure of choosing a major. So if you want to go to university, but you don't know what you want to study, take a gap year. Don't rush into anything. Remember that there are always other options. So what other options are there? For starters, you could go into a beginner levels job, such as going into McDonald's, Amazon, Walmart, or Nordstrom. Or you could go into becoming a teaching assistant, a personal assistant, or a marketing assistant. You could also go into becoming a real estate agent or do online jobs. You could expand on your hobbies and do something more creative, such as becoming an actor, a singer, an artist, or an author. Lastly, you could enroll into the military, take a gap year, volunteer, take an internship, start your own business. There's so many other options for you to choose from that you don't even have to think about going to university. ACS can help students who might not want to continue pursuing their life as university by showing us that the other options there are. They could let us look into taking a gap year or talk to opportunities for internships. They could have people come in and do presentations about the different options that there are. Or they could just bring to light that there are other options. I'm not talking about this to say that university isn't the right choice, because that would differ for each person. I'm talking about this to say that university isn't the only choice, that there are other choices for you, that you have to choose your own future. You can't let other people decide your future for you. So if your future is going to university, then you should go to university. But if it's not, then choose your own future. Thank you.